Hi Sagittarius, my name's Esme, this is the Queer Witch Tarot Space. This is your tarot card reading for March 2024. I hope this reading is of service to you and I hope you feel welcome here, because you are. So we're going to go straight into your tarot cards today. If this video is of service to you, please give it a like, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, please comment below and share with any other witchy friends who you think would be interested in this space. So thank you for being here today. Sagittarius, let's go into your reading. So for March 2024, what is it that Sagittarius needs to see? Wow. Okay. Strength and justice. Let's just see if there's any other cards that want to come out, and then we will get into reading them. Interesting. So these three cards just came out for Scorpio as well. Scorpio is next to you, Sagittarius, so maybe go and have a look at their reading as well. We're going to start off with the strength and justice. So right now it seems like a few of you are going through almost like working out what your responsibilities are, working out where you need to be accountable, and what it is that you decide is okay in your life. I feel like some of you are putting up really strong boundaries at the moment, or you're going to be putting up really strong boundaries this month, which is amazing. I feel like some of you are really just like reclaiming your strength. The strength cards come up in reverse, so I feel like there's maybe a slight blockage there. Some of you are maybe doing the work internally right now, which is amazing. Some of you are maybe noticing what's okay, what's not okay. Some of you are starting to say, okay, this is what I'm going to do next time. This is what I'm going to make sure that I say next time. This is, next time this energy comes at me, I'm going to be like this. So some of you are maybe playing this out in your head. And you're going to be working on actually bringing that forward into your reality, which is really exciting. I feel some fear or some anticipation with that as well. Which makes sense. Maybe these cards are relevant in a different way. So obviously there's a strong need to be with your community, to feel in harmony with the people around you, to be peaceful, the white horse. And that's true. We need to make sure that we belong in these places. We're social creatures, but also, and you can still belong and put yourself into strong positions. You don't need to be small to be able to be deserving of love and community. Okay? Keep hearing Aquarius come up. Maybe some of you need to go and talk to an Aquarius, or maybe some of you have Aquarius friends who have messages for you. And Aquarians are the opposite of Leo. Leo is obviously self, so Aquarian is community, so that would actually be really good for you, I feel. Page of Swords, so some of you are really starting to look in a new direction around this kind of thing, around putting up boundaries, around responsibility. What is yours? What is mine? Okay? Some of you are really getting to grips with what is yours, what is mine, owning what is yours and giving back what is not yours. Saying no to take on responsibility when it's not your responsibility. I feel like some of you have been gaslighting yourself for a really long time, Sagittarius, and this isn't going to happen anymore. You're not allowing it to happen anymore. So yeah, we've got real strong energy, Saggy. Really strong energy. So I wonder how many of you dissociate as well. There's almost like when you're in situations which might look like conflicts which have happened in the past, or look similar to conflicts which have happened in the past, there might be a tendency to go into thinking and actually block the clear reality. In those spaces, what can you do to be present? What can you do to bring yourself back into presence, Sagittarius? Obviously, dissociation is a coping mechanism which is important, which you have developed because you've been in situations which have been volatile. You know, that mechanism is something to be grateful for. But also then comes in this boundary of, where can I stop that? Where can I notice that I'm actually safe and I don't need to be in my head? Where can I notice that I can be present with the people around me, my community, and the people that I love? Okay. So there's definite stepping in new direction for you this month, Sagittarius, and for the start of April as well, which is really exciting. Feels like there's some pretty excited energy about what it is that you're doing, which is really cool. So I wonder if, Spirit, you can give us more direction, please, in terms of where is this showing up in Sagittarius's life? How can we continue to support Sagittarius on this journey, right? So where is Sagittarius going to be putting up boundaries this month? Where is Sagittarius going to be taking responsibility? What areas of your life are you able to do this in, Sagittarius? And what areas of your life do you maybe feel uncomfortable? So firstly, self, which is obviously really great. You may be starting to do this with like addiction things, or self-belief, self-worth. Maybe some of you have had a really strong like negative self-talk for a long time, and you're actually saying, hey, I don't agree with that. You know, you're finally giving yourself justice, which is fantastic. So there's the Queen of Swords, something to do with, and the King of Cups, something to do with your mum, something to do with your parents, the person who kind of should have given you more emotional vulnerability, a caregiver, you know, that might be like an uncle as well or something. So where have you been giving too much to that person, and where do you need to, again, say no, this is yours, this is mine, and separate? You know, there's some kind of like codependent relationships which happen, and again, they happen to keep you safe. It's about self and other. How do you fit into your community? How can you be of service to people around you so that you can be loved, right? That again isn't for everybody, but there's something to do with like parental energy, something to do with people who should have been keeping you safe and they didn't live up to their they were not being responsible, right? And you can hold them accountable, Sagittarius, which is wonderful, and that's good. If you haven't done that, you should be doing that. Please find the strength to do that so you can move forward. I think addressing these things are really important. But then there also comes in the question of, how are you now in life? Where can you be accountable and responsible for yourself, Sagittarius? Where can you stop blaming these people for what they've done, accept what they have done, and move on? That's a really important lesson. That feels really strong, you know, accept what's happened and move on. And of course, it's all good saying that, it's all good believing that. Sometimes it takes time for the body to experience that and be able to work with that and be able to move forward. So any acknowledgement that you're able to do, any letter writing, any like envisioning and talking and almost said apologising, anything where you can take responsibility for yourself and hold them accountable for what they have done also is really, really significant. So then you've got the Knight of Cups. So yeah, this is going to help you in walking towards, you know, good future. something I love about you, Sagittarius, is that you are hopeful and you are playful and you are silly, and those things are wonderful. So again, these two cards came up for Scorpio. Yeah, but for you it's the other way around, so there's something to do with, again, how we think about things, and there's almost like a stubbornness. It's like a lack of wanting to forgive someone. And I'm not saying you need to forgive anyone, but actually being able to move on for yourself is a really important thing. So this conversation, these cards are about, where are you holding yourself back? Where have you been blaming for somebody because of how you've been acting in your life? Okay? Where are you blaming someone for how you are acting? And there feels like there's sadness there, you know? That's a really important lesson. And it's not about the other person. Obviously, it's good to do that for the other person. This is about you. This is about you walking towards a life filled with emotional fulfillment, filled with goodness. This is to do with you walking towards fulfillment. And when we don't do this process of taking responsibility for how we are showing up, you create blockages. You know, you say no to things which are coming to you. This is the Ace of Wands. This is to do with spirituality and listening to God, listening to divinity, listening and being able to discern between what is your monkey brain, your talking brain, and what is truth. You know, what is feeling. So yeah, this is a really important thing to do for yourself. And again, if you're not doing this, if you're not taking responsibility for your own life right now, then you also lose out on seeing opportunities for what they are. So here we have the Seven of Cups, you know, infinite possibilities. This is all the stuff that you want in life. This is God speaking to you, and there's a blockage there. There's a blockage in fluidity, in feeling at ease and at peace, and not all of the time, you know, and this is, again, isn't for everyone. But this is obviously a difficult lesson to stomach, or it can be a difficult lesson to stomach. And even now there's an unwillingness for this as a conversation. But this is really important, Saggy. You know, look at this person, they're like, I'm having none of it. This is gonna help you. Okay, so that is some conversations for you. Here was the other half. We'll see. Okay. Is there anything else that Sagittarius needs to hear just around the conversations of responsibility? Yeah. Again, justice and strength internally. Yeah. Where can you take responsibility and be accountable? King of Cups. Where can you be responsible for how you're feeling? It's easy to blame people for the past. Holding them accountable for the past, fantastic. For how you're showing up now, your responsibility. Okay? There's a lot of masculine energy as well today. Not today, but in this reading. I've had a lot of masculine cards come up. And we continue to have with the King of Swords, the Magician, Four of Pentacles, Tower, and Five of Pentacles. So there's something to do with your immediate reality. So for some of you, this might be your home, this might be your job, this might be your finances, this might be your career. Job and career, different things. This might even be your friendship group, or like a hobby, something you really enjoy doing. And it seems like there's a like some of you aren't as fulfilled in this particular thing as you could be. It's like you know that you've got a lot to give, right? But there's like a waiting for some kind of reason. There's like a almost like you're about to like explode into whatever this thing is. Like you're about to explode into your creativity or explode into like a new realm of lots of amazing humans, or a new realm of living, or a new realm of career. So some of you are maybe avoiding this shift for whatever reason. There's almost like I always want to say poverty mindset when I see this card. Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is like a disharmony. Like it's like it feels kind of stagnant, and it's like a pattern which is played out for a long time, where help is right there and there's a stubbornness, or there's a attachment to what you're currently in. There's an attachment to comfortability, and that doesn't help you move forward. You know, like the Four of Pentacles, you could be having so much more than this. You could be free, but then there's attachment to the immediate thing that you currently have, which you know isn't enough. Deep down you know isn't enough, but you're not willing to do anything about it to change it. And again, this might be a coping mechanism, this might be like a mental, this is all I'm worth. But something needs to shift for you. You know, the Tower card is this incredible card of like reality change. Like it's letting go of everything you know now, wiping it clean, starting again. This is the tower which you have built, the castle which you have built, and it no longer exists. And it's your responsibility to either do that or to let that happen, or it happens anyway. It's come up in reverse. I don't know if this is a blockage. I think this might be an internal thing. Again, going back into, you know, you're shifting your internal world, and eventually that will shift your external world, which is great. There's also maybe this like, again, this fed up energy, and you're kind of just waiting. It feels like a slight stagnation, but within that stagnation you'll get fed up of this thing and decide to change something, which is where the King of Swords and the Magician come into play. You're already starting to see what you can make. You're already thinking about what it is that you can make, what you want for your world, right? And you have to start doing it. You need to start thinking about it, how you're going to do it. These are really exciting cards, Sagittarius. Like I feel like there's a very clear like direction. You know, you'll stop thinking about certain things because you need more energy to think about this one thing that you're building in your life. And that's incredible. That's great. So yeah, Sagittarius, just remember that you're making this. What is it that you're making? Keep thinking about that. Keep letting yourself think about that. We're just going to see if there's any more cards for you, and then we'll wrap this up. So what is that, Sagittarius? There's an interesting kind of like waiting feeling, like sitting duck kind of energy. It's going to come out. So this is the seven of Swords. So where are you being a bit cheeky in your behaviour? Where are you kind of like biting off more than you can chew, but it's kind of like deliberately. It's almost like an energy of greed. And it's like It's like greed and it's sneaky. Like, where are you taking more than you should be? And this feels like it's a pattern energy. It's like a secret thing that you've done for a long time, and you're now noticing your frequency is at a certain space and then it drops down when you do this particular behaviour, and wondering what that is for you. You do have enough. You can speak what you want and it can happen. So, you know, why is this sneaky behaviour coming in? I think it's coming from a lack of trust of other people. Again, 6 of Wands, but in reverse. So a lack of trust for your community, a lack of being willing to walk as one. You can't ask for what you want because you're scared that they'll say no, so you take it instead. It doesn't do you service. It's a sneaky energy, so it's not sincere, it's not full, it's like hidden. It feels kind of small and like hiding your heart away a little bit. And it's hurtful. So someone just needs some space. Someone's like, yeah, just in need of like a clean slate. And again, the yellow, yellow's the solar plexus, so it's your energy bank, the chakra of power, your power. So someone like really needs to recoup that. Someone's giving too much, and someone actually just needs to give it to themselves for a bit. Okay, Saggy, thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope this reading has been helpful for you. Take space if you need space. Take responsibility. And live up to what you really want to happen. You know, choose your path.